Good morning. I'm Dave. This is Quarter Flips. It's early. I'm having my coffee. Got this Cinnabon flavored coffee creamer. It's supposed to make your coffee taste like a Cinnabon. I don't recommend it. Okay, what are we going to do today? We're going to get a lot of work done today. We try to have fun doing it. That's for sure. But you know what? Today is going to be mostly listing. Listing on eBay and Discogs. And that's what I've got to do because as you're about to see, I've been doing a lot of buying. Maybe too much buying. I need to do more listing to do more selling to be able to justify the buying. It's a circle. If there's one reselling tip, I'm not really much of a tips guy, but if there's one reselling tip I can give, it's just list your stuff. I'm not really saying this to you, I'm saying this to me. I need to do it. List. Okay. Let's go do the awake and having already drunk my coffee part of today's video. It's not taste like a cinnamon roll. Okay, that's better. Coffee's in here, so up here is going to work a little better now. All right, let's get to what today is all about. Today I'm going to do two things. I'm going to show recent sales because a bunch of sales have come in since the last video, and I'm going to show a whole bunch of things that I've purchased for resale in the last few days, including a really, really big, questionable DVD purchase. Like, it was a Craigslist thing, and I don't know if it was a good idea, and I'm going to lay that out and show it to you, but I'm going to do that after I do the sales. We'll get those out of the way, and then we'll take a look at those DVDs. So, and everything else that I bought, because I bought a bunch of stuff, did a bunch of thrifting, and yeah, it's time to start listing, but first we'll go over what I picked up. Sales, let's do this. Sold another set of Backstock Excursion DVDs. These went for $6.99 plus shipping on eBay. Here's kind of an odd one. I sold this vest, this Harley Davidson vest with some actually pretty cool patches, pink butterfly skull stuff on the back. This was up for a long time. It was out of a storage unit from more than a year ago, and this I just kept bringing the price down. It finally sold for $6.99. One thing about this, it might have sold for more earlier on. The customer got in touch with me and said, "Can you ship it for cheaper?" And I took a look, and my shipping prices on it had been way too high, especially for people on the East Coast. It was going to cost like $19 to send, and that was just too much for people to add on to the postage. It's just because it's heavy leather. But I found out that I could fold this over twice and get it into a priority flat envelope. Once I put that shipping option on, still at the lowered price that I'd lowered it to, it sold in 10 minutes, maybe even less. So yeah, it's an interesting one. To be honest, this is one that just needed to get out the door. It's been hanging around too long. Sold some miniatures, so should probably get those out of the way. The first one is I sold this Rawlpartha Battletech. It's a Thunderbolt, I believe. It is Thunderbolt, and it's missing an arm. It's missing some weapons. It's not complete, but you know what? Miniatures like this, especially when it's a popular line like Battletech, they will sell pretty well. This went a couple of bids actually. It went for $5.50. Again, it was from a set that I had already sold all the miniatures and made my money on it, so this was just a little cherry on top. So I'm glad that's going out. $5.50 plus shipping on eBay. And then I had a customer get in touch on eBay and say, "Hey, could you combine some of your auctions and bring the price down a little bit for me, and I'll pay that plus shipping?" They showed me 4 of my auctions and said, "I'd give you $19.99 for these if you combined them." So I did that. The miniatures that he wanted combined were this Black Orc set by Citadel, Writhing Crusher by Grenadier, this Werebear, and this Armored Minotaur. Not a bad deal, $19.99 plus shipping, get those out the door, so I'm pretty happy with that. And of course I sold some music. Stay Gold CD on Anchor Records. This is a 4-song CD, but there's a 5th song on it. It's a bonus track. This is a criminally underrated band from the Northwest. One of the best that ever came out of here. If you like this style of music, hardcore, kind of straight edge hardcore style. This went for $4.99 plus shipping. Crucial Youth, The Posy Machine. Yeah, there's a record making fun of straight edge. It's on milk colored vinyl. You know what? I'm not even going to pull it out. It's got a comic book inside. This one is a little bit damaged. Not terribly, but a little bit. It's got some pinholes on it. I think someone might have tried to stick it to a wall or something. It went for $9.99 plus shipping. And I sold another Himsa Courting Tragedy and Disaster picture disc. This went for $14.99 plus shipping on eBay. And I probably should have talked about this one when I was talking about the miniatures. It's not miniatures, but it is for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This is the Legions of Nagash War Scroll cards set. I got these at a half-price book, so 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe a little bit more. I got it for $8, sold it for $24.99, shipping included. So I have to throw these in a priority mailer. $8. I don't know. I'm gonna make like $6-7 on this. I screwed up. I did not know that the auction was free shipping. I don't know how that happens. Was it a default for some reason for that category? I don't know. I expected it to go for $24.99 plus shipping, I think. It was kind of a surprise to me when I didn't see that shipping money come in. But it's okay. It's not like I lost money. I just didn't make quite as much as I expected to. And you know what? You got to get over that. Got to get over that. Because it's just not always going to happen. Or it is always going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to be happy about the money that I do make. And finally, in the last couple of days, I've got this Rick Steves Europe, the complete collection, 2000 to 2016 DVD set. This is nice. This is what? 16 DVDs, 57 hours of travel. If you've ever seen this, this is a sealed in the shrink wrap copy. And this is the first item out of the storage unit that I just recently purchased that sold. It went for $29.99 plus shipping. So, nice little first chunk taken down out of the $700 price tag on that unit. See, if I actually get listing done today, I'll get more sales like this, and I'll be able to erase my own debt to myself for what I paid for that storage unit. So that's sales. Let's get on to the buys. It's the fun part, okay? It's the fun part of going out and doing this job. I think most people understand that. Thrifting and going garage sales and sorting through storage lockers and getting all these like unexpected things that come your way when you're a seller. That's the exciting part. Actually sitting down and doing the work, the grind of getting it listed online, that's the work part. So let's talk about what I bought before I spend the rest of the day doing the hard part. So let's do that. Let's start with this. Playmobil animals. I got giraffes and tigers. Yeah, these were at Grocery Outlet, in the tiny toy section at Grocery Outlet. They usually don't have anything good there. They were $4.99 a piece. And we walked by and my friend said, dude, Playmobil, that's expensive stuff. How much are those? It said regular price $9.99. $4.99. I looked real quick on eBay and people were selling these things. They were selling these together for $19.99 plus shipping. I thought, hey, you know what? After fees and everything, it's going to be like $7-8. But hey, you know, I could just turn my money really quickly into that, probably. So, plus it's the kind of thing I like to sell. They're light, they ship easy. And Playmobil is awesome. Like, at least I get to look at cool stuff. So, Playmobil, Grocery Outlet. Find those deals where you can get them. Got these My Pretty Ponies at a great thrift store. Thought I had a great deal. Thought they were brand new in the box. They're Target exclusives. So I checked them on my phone and they do sell in the $20 range and they were $6.99 a piece. Got them home and Michael Ann took a look at them and said, those aren't new in the box. And you know what? She was absolutely right. These have been opened. There's even a rip on the back of that one. In fact, now that I look at this one, it's clearly been taken out of the box. These are not, they're in the box, but they're not brand new. This one's in fact flipped around. I don't know how I missed this stuff. I got too excited. And I didn't use my judgment. Still gonna make the money on them. I think they're gonna go for $12 to $15 a piece. It's not a loss. It's just not my expected return. That's not the same thing. But look, I like to sell toys, even when they're silly little My Pretty Pony. Let's call them My Little Pony. What are they? Oh, they're My Little Pony. I call them My Pretty Pony. It's not My Pretty Pony. My Little Pony. Candy Cane and Sweet Berry. Sweet Berry is the good one. That's seems to be the big dollar item. It's in the box backwards. I should have known. But not everything went like that. I found a new thrift store that I'd never been to. Beautiful thrift store. And they were having 25% off DVDs and CDs. That's what I like. This was considered a CD. This was a $1 CD. This is the unabridged 22-disc, 27-hour version of John Irving's A Prayer for Owen Meany. This was 75 cents. Look, I don't know if this is going to sell, but if it doesn't sell for enough money, I'm just going to listen to it and keep it for myself because this is awesome. Beautiful brand new condition, 75 cents. Come on. in the legitimate scores department, I went to a pawn shop not far away from that thrift shop, and I found this DVD on the shelf for $2. It is in brand new condition. This DVD regularly sells for $30 to $40 on eBay. I remember when they were advertising this movie on TV when I was a little kid because I thought it was an embarrassing title. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't make a lot of these, but money. There are DVDs out there that are worth money, and I've been keeping a list of them, and when I spot them, I grab them. But the big purchase was the DVDs, and here's the story with that. I went on Craigslist because I was getting excited about DVDs. I saw someone selling a lot of mixed martial arts DVDs. They said they wanted $500 for them. Here's what the ad looked like. I took a look at that and thought, well, that's the kind of thing I like to buy. I don't know if I want to pay $500 for it. But when I read the text of the listing, it said they would sell them piece by piece, but they wanted to get at least, $4 a DVD because they, the whole set would have cost over $2,000 new. You bought them new, and they were in really good condition, and yada yada. The listing said there were over 100 DVDs, so I fired off an email to that person and said, hey, why don't you just sell them all to me for $400? That seemed to be what they wanted, a few dollars per DVD. And I had done a quick spot check and just grabbed a couple of titles off the screen and checked them on eBay and saw really good sales prices for those DVDs. So I did some quick calculation in my head and thought, I'm going to make a mint if I buy this thing. Quick lesson to learn there. You'll subconsciously grab the DVDs that look best to you. And if you have any knowledge of the topic, like MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I don't know a lot about it, but I guess I know enough to pick out names like Eddie Bravo and things like that. So when I checked, I saw some really valuable DVDs. It's not going to be the case on the whole thing. In fact, I'm a little bit worried that I overspent at $400 for this DVD set. But let's go take a look at what was in that DVD set, and you can decide before I actually spend the rest of the day listing these things, and we'll actually find out in the coming days and weeks whether or not any of these things sell and I get my money back. So let's go over here and take a look at a bunch of mixed martial arts DVDs. So I met this Craigslister, and we swapped out these boxes for $400. And they took a look at me and said, why do you want these? As if I would never have any need for any mixed martial arts or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu DVDs. And I couldn't help saying, well, I've done some of this in the past, which is true, but only just barely. They did want to know, they got a little suspicious and wanted to know why I wanted these. And that's something that you run into. A lot of times people just don't know why you're buying stuff. And some people are just naturally opposed to the idea of reselling. I don't know why that is, but I don't say, hey, I'm going to turn these for a profit if I can. I honestly said, I'm going to send some of these up to my buddy who has a mixed martial arts school up in Bellingham, which I'm probably going to do because some of these I'm not going to be able to do anything with, but he might be able to get some use out of them. But let's take a look at what was in here. 2 boxes, 2 very different boxes. So let's start with the tall one. What's in this thing? These are clearly DVD-Rs. These are, I don't know, these are Matt Fury's, Matt Fury Enterprises. Matt Fury may have been the one to make these and ship these. You might have ordered directly from him. But I don't think I can sell these. I don't think I can sell these on eBay. I don't know. There's a bunch of kind of bad DVDs, a bunch of DVDs that are very clearly color photocopied covers in there with really, really bad bootleg, DVD tops, worse than these even. And then there's some mail order like instructional kits. Those might actually bring something in, but this box is pretty much a bust. Let's figure out box 2 because I'm going to need that one to work to make my money back on this. But already 50% of what I bought is just off the table. All right, box number 2. Can you save the day for me? That looks more like it. Professionally printed covers. Bas Rutten. 2 Bas Rutten things. Okay. All right. Let's see what the inside of this box actually looks like laid out on the ground. Look at this. Okay, this is a little bit better. This is what I want to see for my money. Now, let me move the camera here a little bit. See if there's any way we can give you a better idea of what's actually here. This is a real mixed bag. Some of these DVDs have never sold on eBay at all, even though they've been listed. Some of these DVDs, as near as I can tell, have never been listed. Some of them sell pretty regularly. Sets like this need to go together because they're all part of the same program. Same with the elastic steel stuff. Same with this stuff in the back. These are PAL DVDs. I don't know how much trouble that's going to be to sell. But yeah, I'll put those together. And it looks like people were paying well over $100 for sets like these when they were new. And some of these are brand new. The elastic steels, half of them are still in the shrink wrap. Things like this Eddie Bravo DVD, it's still in the shrink wrap, unopened. That's like a $79. Well, people are asking like $79. I think that was $119 new. I'm realistically going to put up like $59.99 for that. I may get it. If you're into mixed martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and all that stuff, most of this is about training. A few of the things are about like watching fights, like these here are like big sets of a whole bunch of different matches. They don't sell for as much. People seem to want the training DVDs. So, did I make a mistake or not? $400 cash for this. I added everything up, and then I took a big chunk of what I thought I would get off. Just kind of downplaying the amount by maybe 30%, sometimes more. Put it in an Excel file, added it up, and it came out to over $800. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I figure I'm safe to get my money back. Money back is not good enough. This isn't a business if you're just spending money and getting the same amount of money back. I mean, maybe that works if you have millions of dollars, but when you've got many hundreds like me, that doesn't really work out. So we'll try to make a little money on this and then roll whatever profit I make on that into something that works even better. Hopefully in the coming weeks, I'm going to be able to show you a lot of sales of mixed martial arts DVDs. We shall see. All right. Please like and subscribe if you liked it and you're not subscribed. And, yeah, that whole thing that I asked people to do at the very end where most people basically have tuned out of a video. So I should probably start doing that at the front. Anyway, you're awesome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time.